Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to. It is 8 o'clock and I'm running late. It is the husband,
the wife,
the issues. All right. Today is, by the grace of God, December the 12th, Saturday. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you for the greetings of peace in the Arabic language. Wa alaikum salam, assalamu alaikum. Thank you all for tuning in. Before we get started, we want to go over some house rules and some important announcements a little bit.
Yes. So our rules are the same as they are every week. We definitely want you to send us those hearts to be part of the dialogue, to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask the challenging questions too, because that's the whole point. We're having an intelligent dialogue, but we definitely want to make sure that we keep it respectful.
Keep it respectful. Even dialogue amongst yourselves, amongst each other. Also, visit our website, thehusbandthewife.com. Also, subscribe. We are 2 subscribers away from reaching 100, which was our goal. Yes. Thank you for the hearts. So, if you haven't subscribed already, go right ahead and subscribe to our YouTube
channel.
Thank you very much.
The husband and wife, the issues.
Husband and wife, the issues. We're going to get right into it because today was a productive day.
It was.
Yes, we was out in the community, and that actually inspired
the show
today. And some of the things we ran across talking with our people and everything. So we're going to get into our experiences in the community while we're in the community. And, should you be in the community? So today, what did we do, Akila? What did we do?
Well, today, and I saw the other person's comment. I think we had to save that to the end to address it. Today we were in the community letting everyone know about Justice or Else and the boycott.
Yes, and the boycott. Yes.
Someone said, "Are you Christian?"
Someone said, "Are you Christian?" We just asked the question, "Are we Christian?" We are Christian to the yes. Because
short answer to that question
is yes, because we are trying to be one with Christ. Crystallized with Christ. However, we do follow the teachings of the
Honorable Elijah Muhammad
under the divine guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So yes, that answered that question. Thank you for that question. But back to our community, Justice or Else. What we do in the community? What did you do in the community?
So today, the main thing was to build awareness. So we were passing out flyers, letting everyone know, yes, that it's up with Jesus and down with Santa. And from my experience, it was very receptive. Everybody was really excited to hear about what was going on, especially our Latino brothers and sisters.
Oh, yes.
They understood. They were like, yeah, we need to keep our money in our community. So it was a really, really positive experience.
Yes.
How was it for you?
Because we definitely want to address those who are saying nobody's going to boycott. Nobody ain't got time for all of that black power stuff and everything.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Wrong. Because today was a great day as we was out in the community. Thank you all for tuning in to our scope, the brief while we were out in the community, because everybody is ready. Mm-hmm. When you tell them the facts about every 28 hours, a black person, a person of color, is being shot by the police,
their eyes just light up.
Yeah, it's like
that's what is happening.
It's like, wow. Also,
the
benefits of that. I mean, guess what? You get to also develop and enhance your people skills, because you're doing one-on-one dialogue with your people. It gets you comfortable talking to people. It's so easy to say, hey, how do you feel about a black person being killed by the police every 28 hours? And guess what? You can make it. You can also change that by joining this economic boycott. And if you do shop,
support a black business, support a local business, a Latino business, somebody in your community is going to help the community out, not someone who doesn't care about your community.
And we got so much love from the community, which inspired us to do a special experiment that we'll be working on tomorrow.
Yes.
Wait until you get a hold of this experiment. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be in the community with this experiment, and we're going to see. We'll prepare for some reactions from the people, and I'm pretty nervous as we're gonna do this experiment with white people and black people to see what they feel about. So We are definitely going to. It's going to be a great week coming up that we're going to be working on this experiment, and I'm pretty sure you all will enjoy the results, which will be published next Saturday on our YouTube channel. We're going to talk about that experiment in more details that Saturday and what we found in that. So we're taking this to the streets. Now today's topic, as we know, the theme is justice or else, and people would like. I actually got a phone call because my number's on the flyer. I got a phone call from a white guy, and he said, "This is so racist that you're telling people to shop at black businesses. How could you?" He made some threats, and I just said, "Sir, thank you for this phone call, but unfortunately, you would not curse me out on my phone that I paid the bill to. Goodbye." But Akila, so what is up with that? People are saying that we're racist because we want to support our own. Like, I don't dig it.
Well, I think that the people who would say that it's send these numbers. The people who would say that are racist are the people that understand the power of an economic boycott. They understand that if poor and oppressed and black people decide that they're not going to support those who don't support us, that's going to hurt their pocket. So I don't even think it's about, people just like to throw around the term racist because black people, we're so kind and genuine, and we want to help everybody out, that if somebody were to call you racist, you would vehemently shut them down and say that you're not. But Jewish people don't worry about somebody calling them racist when they support each other. Chinese people don't do that. Even Latino people don't worry about other people feeling some type of way about them supporting themselves. It's only us.
Exactly. It was two Latino brothers who said, "You know what? We need this. This is great what you're doing," because they know the importance of supporting your own.
Yeah, it's only us that haven't figured it out that, hey, we should, if we want to see more black people that look like me that have businesses, maybe I should support the people that have business.
So, Akila, what about though? I see the comment. So, what about those who are saying this justice or else? What about this or else? Or do you want to adjust that comment first?
Well, as far as people are saying, what is this or else, those people haven't been paying attention. Because everybody who's talking about justice or else has said what the or else is. We are the or else. By us withdrawing our economic support, we're actually hurting those who are hurting us. And we didn't have to pick up a gun. We didn't have to throw anything at anybody. We didn't have to kill anyone to do it, to make that impact. All we have to do is support our own. So and really, it always tickles me for the people who are really nervous and scared about the or else. Most of those people are people who understand what we've gone through as a people and really what we're kind of within our right to do. But because we're of the righteous, we're not just going to retaliate against somebody using violence. We are going to use or else is really up to God himself, who's going to bring down this horrid nation. But for us as individuals now, the way that we are being the or else is by our economic withdrawal.
So what about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan calling for 10,000 fearless? Now, some people are saying this 10,000 is to go in the community to kill white people. What is this 10,000 fearless? And how are you a part of this 10,000 fearless? So what is this 10,000 fearless? What is our role to do?
Well, the reason why we need 10,000 fearless is because we as a community are going to be the change in our community. So we have to go out to the gangbangers and the drug dealers and the people who are causing mischief in our community and stand between our people and the guns. That's how it needs to be 10,000 fearless, because in order for us to do that, it's real out here in these streets. It really is dangerous. We can't ignore the black on black crime that is happening. So we have to be the change agents that go into our community, the peacekeepers that go out and make a difference by standing in between the guns and the people. So that's why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has called 10,000 fearless, because in order to do that, you can't be afraid of the loss of your life, because the thing that you're fighting for is bigger than yourself.
That is a good point, because I feel so empowered when I'm outside going to our people. Not gonna lie, it can be, if you don't have the proper love, it can be very intimidating. You walking up, you got brothers on the porch getting high, and you're like, man. But when you talk to them, you will see that we are some of the kindest and most beautiful people. that it's our circumstance. It's not who we are. It just happened to be the condition that we're in. So we shouldn't be afraid. Like, how can you be scared to go up to your brother? If your intentions is nothing but good and peace, like, you have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. So we are here to talk about some tips and strategies to get you in the community, no matter what faith you are, to talk to your people. So what are some of the things that you notice that may get some people from talking in the community?
Well, I think about the things that stopped me when I didn't realize that, hey, maybe I should go into the community too. Like, just being real, I didn't realize Akila, Ashanti, I should go out into the community.
Yes.
So some of the things were just fear. Like, okay, what if I don't know what to say? What are people going to say to me? What if people don't like the way I look? What if people, is it dangerous?
London Reed's my bro from PB. I'm sorry, I didn't give my bro a shout out. Shout out to my bro London Reed for joining the Periscope.
So yeah, we have to think about these things. These are very real concerns. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to sell it. Or, just feeling like I'm not really worthy. What if people ask me questions that I don't know how to answer? So these are the kinds of things that we face, or just, I don't know how to talk to people. I'm antisocial. I don't really talk to people like that. How do we, did you deal with some of those things with trying to go out into the community?
Yes, I'm not even gonna lie. When you first starting out, you do get this fear, like, oh my God, like, I don't know these people. Because our people, especially the brothers, sometimes they'll mean mug you and they looking at you like, who is N-word up here? You coming up in my driveway with this,
who do you think you
are? Or else stuff. But you have to look at the love. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan teaches us that his bank, his heart, the bank is in the people. So because he's after the love of the people. So it's just really going in. You have to really see yourself. I'm truly starting to understand and strive. When I look at the brother, I'm seeing myself. And that, what I have, if it was good to me, then I want to share it with him and make it be, something that he or she, because, I'm not gonna lie, we're in the South. So when you knock on doors down here, you may get some people tell you, come on in.
Yeah, that happened to me today. Oh my gosh. So yeah, somebody said facing the fear, because what we're doing is bigger than fear. And that's exactly right. Like today, I was walking out with my husband and another brother. And when I knocked on the door, the little boy answered, and I said, can I talk to your parents? And the lady was like, nah, come in. So it was kind of scary. I was like, she wants me to. Yeah. So I was inside of their home, and I just talked to the lady. She was doing her daughter's hair, her nails, so she couldn't get up. But I just, I was talking to them about what was going on, and we just had a regular conversation. We can't be intimidated by the fact that these are new people and we've never done this before. I know for me, I went out in DC with some of the believers. We went on a call out, and I just saw everybody else doing it, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to be afraid to speak to the people. Everybody else is acting like it's good. So then I just, jumped right in there.
Someone asked a great question. Shout out to my brother, my frat brother Pierre, Dr. Pierre, doctor, a black doctor, which, we're going to give a big shout out to, because if you're on the East Coast of Florida, go and support our own. He asked, is it the fear of being rejected greater than the fear of them accepting the word? Well, is it the fear of them harming you, the harm? Because, you're approaching strangers. Is that greater than the fear of them accepting the word?
I think that's what it is. Because when you tell people that we're boycotting because of the murders that are happening in the street, they're very receptive to it. But I think that's the biggest thing, feeling that people will reject you. And then sometimes you do get negative feedback. So a lot of times we take that personally, instead of understanding that that person, for whatever reason, isn't hearing you right now, but it has nothing to do with you. So we have to, but yeah, it looks like you had a question. It's okay.
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
I was just saying that it's important that we understand that when we give the people the truth, that they do listen and they hear you. So you can't be afraid of what someone looks like on the outside. It's funny, half the time the people that you see, they're the nicest people. They're like, oh, God bless you. But when we leave, I got so many people saying, God bless you. You all have a great holiday.
We did.
Everything else. After we finished talking to them. It was amazing. It was a really beautiful experience.
Someone asked, what are we boycotting? We are boycotting the big merchants that really have no love for the black or Hispanic communities.
Thank you.
Who, when we are getting killed by the police, we don't see Nike involved. We don't see Gucci coming down to help with the persecution of the killers known as police. So what we're doing, we're taking our money and we're supporting black businesses, and we're pushing the support for black and Hispanic people of color businesses. So that's what we are boycotting. And a great question from Lakeland, Florida. Thank you, Dr. Barry, for your question as well. So, Akila, now that we're getting, I'm thinking about this experience, I'm getting excited tomorrow. There are also some things that I want to talk about, but we're going to get right into something that community involvement and the media is slandering the participant of community involvement. My wife was reading the Washington Post. That's right, we get out, we read, because reading is fundamental.
Black is back.
Black is back. That's a great comment. Like it. And it says, Black Lives Matter group is pressured to expand the scope of its outrage. We're noticing there are a lot of media coverage, and they're pushing divisive articles in the media to get us to fight each other. And my wife found something really great that we wanted to share.
Yeah, so in this article, the main reason why I'm bringing this article up is because we have Black Lives Matter, we have D-Ray, we have all of these people out here, of course the members of the Nation of Islam and the local organizing committees, all of these different people are out here pushing what's going on, pushing community activism, letting people know about what's going on. We have feminists coming on talking about different things that are happening to women. And then we have the Washington Post produced an article called Black Lives Matter group is being pressured to expand the scope of its outrage. And when I was reading this article, throughout the article, it talks about Jamila Bolden. She was the 9-year-old girl who was killed while she was murdered by a stray bullet while she was in her room doing her homework. And the police, they had their suspect. They arrested him 8 days later. He was charged with second-degree murder because he wasn't intending to kill her, but it was a stray bullet. And, he was brought to justice. And they compared that to the instance with Laquan McDonald, where they said that after a year and protesters' pressure and journalists' pressure to release the video, then he was brought up on charges, and, we're still dealing with that now. And in the article, it was just talking about how black people don't get upset about black on black crime, but we get upset when the police do a crime. So first of all, there were so many things in this article that could be easily refuted as to why, because we all know why we get mad about police brutality. Because the police are sworn to protect and serve us, and they're doing the exact opposite. This is in the Washington Post. And the point of this is, I really suggest that everyone go read it so that you can see what's happening. Is that the article goes in on the fact that we need to be upset about all murders, which we actually are. I don't know what black person isn't upset about another black crime just because a black person killed him. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't like that fact because I know that a black on black crime is produced out of the hate we have for each other. So it's like
we know that
they're
derivative crimes.
Exactly. I fail to get to that person. So it's like
I'm upset too.
Yeah, so we are definitely upset. We do these things to stop the black on black crime in our community. So
what I'm getting at is, like, the article says things like this, and it's talking about black on black crimes. They say bands of demonstrators could occupy crime hotspots in neighborhoods, press local officials for greater police presence, or march until there was a political imperative to provide service such as recreation and after-school programs that can steer young people from crime, or they can plug into existing anti-crime groups that are starved for manpower and support. Now, the problem with this, there's several problems with this statement. The biggest thing that I had was saying that they think that we should push for police presence when there's black on black crimes. No black person in their right mind that's paying attention to what's going on is going to push for police presence to be in our communities to stop these issues. If police officers had the power to stop these issues, they would have done that.
Well, no, I would rather disagree, because there are a lot of groups that are calling for the National Guard. I know in Fort Myers.
I said in their right mind.
They are calling for the National Guard to come in the community to stop the crime.
Crazy to a lot.
So, I mean, you would be crazy to call the National Guard, but you're right. Good point.
I said in their right mind.
In the right mind.
And see, that to me, I'm glad you brought that up. We have black people saying that we want the National Guard to come in and police our communities. The government, you want the militarized version of the police to come in to help our communities, and we see what the regular police do, and you call them, that shows you being afraid of your own people. It shows you feeling powerless to do something in your own community. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, make your community a decent place to live. Somewhere along the lines, we lost the fact that we had the power to uplift and change our communities. We really, literally have to do it one door at a time. Knock on your door. Get to know your neighbor. Make sure that your neighbor understands their value and that their brother or sister's value, because that's the problem. We don't understand that our brothers and sisters have value.
That's a good point. And time is of the essence, but I wanted to move on to another topic that was in the news today. Judge Antonin Scalia, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's one of the Supreme Court justices. And he said that blacks need to go to less challenging schools, maybe a slower track school because of affirmative action. There was a white lady who didn't get into the University of Texas, and she said she's suing the school because she's blaming affirmative action, and they're saying that black people who are not qualified are in these schools taking up space. So the Supreme Court justice said, well, maybe black students would be better off at
did she have straight A's?
Less challenging schools on a slower track, because he tried to say that black people aren't graduating from these universities. With the behind the scenes stories of it. Now, he just talked about black students need to be slower track schools. Thoughts
there are so wait. I saw that she didn't even have the GPA
yes,
schools.
She did, brother. That's right, there, brother. London Reeves. That's right.
Thank you. 47 got in and 42 were white.
Look at that.
Okay, here's the other thing.
Affirmative action.
Let's talk about why black students don't graduate from these universities. Besides grades, how about money? I know I went to Drexel University. That school was so expensive. If I didn't have loans and other people to help co-sign those loans, okay, Drexel is $42,000 a year, guys. $42,000. It's probably like $48,000 or $50,000 by now. Most of the people that I went to school with that were black, like me, didn't graduate. It wasn't because they couldn't do it. It was because they didn't have any money. If I didn't have my grandmother co-sign, my uncle co-sign, my parents co-sign, I wouldn't have graduated from there either, because out-of-state tuition, I went to a private school. Most of the white schools get you in there, but they don't make sure you stay. They don't have any programs to make sure you have the money that you need. They don't care. They just said, okay, well, the freshman group that came in was this amount. So it's not, don't even say it's all about, oh, they're not smart enough. No, we don't have the same resources that these white students have. Most of the people, you can tell I'm really passionate about this topic. But most of the white students that went to the school were rich. Their parents could just pay for it. I remember one of the students, his parents started a real estate business for him before he even went to college. He didn't even need to go. He only went because he wanted the experience. When he graduated from school, he had his own business to go to. Do you think my parents didn't want to give me a business? They didn't have the money to give me a business. So you know what I had to do when I got out of college? Get a crazy job selling cars. I've had so many different sales jobs that have nothing to do with my major, because my parents didn't have the same level to be able to put me into something afterwards. So don't give me all that crap about black people not being smart enough. Drexel, if you weren't smart enough, you weren't getting in. They're not just gonna let anybody get in school unless it's their GPA.
It's a proven fact that schools in our community, because institutional racism, schools knowledge dark. Most of the schools in the state, or this state, and all around the nation are supported by the community tax dollars. So therefore, they get their funds allocated based on the community value. So schools in the urban areas where we go to school at tend to not to have as many resources as the schools in the richer area neighborhoods, which prepare those students for the higher learning. So it's not that we as black students are not able. We are fighting so
we
many
have to fight
elements of
so
racism
hard to get
in this society to even get in those schools. And it's been a proven fact that the SAT is a culturally biased test. So just, hey, it's coming out. The colors come out. We have about 5 minutes. So what do you say to affirmative action? Is it some folks? It might be up to debate whether or not it's needed. If schools weren't racist,
we wouldn't need affirmative action. That's what I have to say. That's it. That's it. That's all I have to say.
There it is.
If they weren't racist, we wouldn't need it.
Okay.
But they are.
All right.
That's why has been trying to calm me down.
All right. So we have about. Thank you. Good point. Our point from Dr. Barry said, does she not realize white women benefit more? And they do in society. It's really crazy the things that we face and what's being said. So
black schools. Exactly.
Black schools don't get the same funding. Thank you, Brother Hammer, for that comment. Thank you. As we're wrapping up to our announcements, we have about 4 minutes. We want to thank you all again for the Wife Rock Energy. Thank you all again for your time, whether or not you was here for 20 seconds or 20 minutes. Yeah. We appreciate your time, but that's one of the precious gifts that you have given us, but you can't get it back. So we hope you enjoyed. We all take all feedback. Again, we're supporting the black business. So today's black business, we're going to give a shout out to today's black business.
Today's black business.
You know what? We're going to give a shout out to Dr. Pierre, my frat brother. He is a black doctor. So I'm going to give a shout out to Dr. Pierre on the East Coast of Florida. He has his own office. He has a black wife. You know, we get up there.
Black wives matter, guys.
We get a white woman.
Black wives
matter. So my frat brother got a black wife. He has a black daughter. So shout out to Dr. Pierre. So I'm gonna give him the black business of the week. I'm gonna shout out Dr. Pierre. So
Black lives matter. Thank you.
So Dr. Pierre has it. Thank you all. We have a night, like I say, next Saturday is our experiment. That's what we're gonna go into. So tomorrow we'll be working on a beautiful experiment that we're gonna do in the community. It actually involves a lot of white folks. So it's gonna be a behind the scenes scoop. We're gonna test them. So tomorrow we're about the community filming this experiment. Tuesday, we don't know. We got a topic for Tuesday. I know it's probably about certain relationships.
We want to do is sex a sin. What do y'all think?
Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Is sex a sin?
Sex is sex a sin. That's what we're gonna do Tuesday because there's some people who hit me up and said sex is a sin. So we want to talk about it. We want to talk about is sex a sin?
Is sex a sin?
Intimacy, is that the same as sex? And we're gonna go in tomorrow. Tuesday, 8 p.m. on that topic as we film our experiment for next Saturday. So want to thank you all for your time again. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and check out our website.
Yes, thehusbandthewife.com. We're selling products on there too.
So remember to fly high
or get flown over.
Yes, and make 2016 your year starting today. Yes. So thank you all again. May God bless you all.
For the great night. Peace.
Peace.